everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Angie. It's nice to have you guys here. So today I have done something to my hair, or rather I haven't, my hairstylist has. So I was really worried it wasn't going to show up in this awful bathroom lighting, but I think you can see it's purple. It's gone really dark at the roots, but I'm kind of liking that. And then depending on the lighting, the purple either looks almost black or it shows up really purple. And so I am now playing with all of my purple eyeshadows and figuring out what the best makeup looks are. With that in mind, and considering I needed to film a video today and I have to be on Zoom today for teaching, I thought I would do another do my makeup with me video and show you how I'm playing around with purple eyeshadows and just have a bit of fun with it all, really. I'm gonna put my hair back a bit because I don't want it in the way. I'm so sleepy this morning. So I've got a few palettes that I want to play with. First, this palette by Huda Beauty, their Electric Obsessions, has a really nice purple. That's the one I wore yesterday. It's beautiful. It's really rich. It's a little dark, so I'm not going to use it all over the lid like I did yesterday. So I'm also going to go in with my old Too Faced palette because there's a really nice purpley gray color that I want to use. And then I might use some of the pinks as well up at the top. I think today, because I'm wearing a pink top, I want to do like a purpley pink thing. We're just going to kind of play with it and see what happens because that's how I do makeup on this channel. If this is your first video of mine that you're watching, I am not a makeup person. I love wearing it. I'm not like an expert on applying it. I'm going to start with the Too Faced palette and I'm going to go between Love Actually, which is the pink here, and Deck the Halls, which is the purpley one there, and use those two colors to kind of create my base transition and start working on the crease a bit. So we're going to use that bright purple in the Huda palette as more of that pop of purple. So I need a brush. I'm going to start with, Andrea. I'm going to start with Primer Potion because it is quite early morning still and I have to have this makeup look last for a while because I don't teach until 3 p.m. But I have a busy day today, so I've got to get all of this done early. So, okay, back to the Love Actually pink shade. I really love this shade and this palette, and this is the time of year that I usually come back to this palette because it's just got so many beautiful shimmers and pops of color and beautiful jewel tones. Love it. Actually, there's a purple in here that might be fun to play with today. It's not as purple, but I think I'm going to pair it with that. So we're going to switch. We're not going to use Deck the Halls, or Deck the Malls is what it's called. That purpley gray. We're going to stick with this as the base color. We'll use Deck the Malls in the crease, I think, just to put a bit of depth there. I don't want to go too dark in the crease. So I'm using two mattes for kind of my base. So I'm really looking forward to like playing with the purple hair. I feel like changing up your hair is always a good excuse to kind of then change up your makeup and also like play with your wardrobe and all of that fun stuff. So now I'm going to go in with the purple in here. I don't know if it has a shade name. I don't see anything written on it, so it's just the purple one. And I'm going to put this into the outer bit. I'm using a flat brush. I'm just going to start kind of packing it on. I love how purple this is. And actually I am going to kind of take this up over that crease shade, which again, I feel like they say you're not supposed to use shimmer in your crease, but We've already established on this channel that I believe that rules are made to be broken when it comes to makeup. And there's definitely fallout that we're gonna have to clean up. So yes, I'm aware of this situation here. But yeah, I just feel like I had been needing a change. I mean, I really haven't done much to my hair all year long because of the pandemic. Like, I just, for the longest time, I had my hair done in February, and then I don't think I got it done again until July. So I was doing root touch-ups at home, but like, I've just been growing my hair out. At the start of the year, it was kind of just below my shoulder, so it's definitely grown a few inches throughout this year. So now I'm going to go in with Unwrap Me, which is this, it shifts from pink to purple in the light. So some lights it looks more fuchsia purpley, and then other lights it looks hot pink. So that could be fun. Probably should have used a lighter shade underneath, but we're just changing plans as we go along, so we're gonna make it work. I'm just gonna pack enough of this on that it won't matter what shade I started with underneath. Oh yeah. I feel like at the start of this video I said I wanted something a little bit more natural, or at least more daytimey, and I feel like I'm going to end up looking like I belong with, what were they called? Gem and the Holograms. I'm auditioning for Gem and the Holograms today. Can my 80s kids speak up in the comments, please? Who else watched Gem? And I mean the original cartoon, not like any later era remake or something, because I know there's been talk. I don't know if it ever like came to anything, but yeah, I'm talking about original Gem. I loved that cartoon so much, and I am loving the combination of these two shades. This, I am gonna have to remember that. I think they're just blending together really well. Maybe it's all in my head. Maybe some of you disagree. I don't really care. I kind of talked about this in my last makeup video because I was also doing my makeup to teach on Zoom that day. I'm not going to get really into the topic, but I did mention, and then some people were talking about it in the comments as well, just the issue of like gender in academia. And I know this applies to other fields as well, but like the expectation that instructors, teachers, female teaching professionals of whatever rank, I'm going to go back in with some more of this purple, are a bit more expected to do their makeup, look a certain way, dress a certain way, follow certain beauty standards, beauty ideals, you know, whatever. And for me, like I said, that whole topic and getting into why that concept is so problematic and unfair and double standard and all of that is another video. But for me, what I've struggled with is I felt like there were slightly different, I felt like I could get away with more. And it was different in my second grad school program. My first one down in Tucson was a bit more old-fashioned, traditional, whereas in my department here, which I've done a master's and a PhD in this department, and now I'm teaching in this department, there are a lot of really amazing feminist scholars as grad students who I was studying with, but also as faculty members. And there was just this idea of, we're women, we can do what we want. I mean, because men are men and they can do what they want. If you don't want to wear makeup, don't wear makeup. If you do want to wear makeup, wear as much makeup as you want. And no one looked down on you for that. So there were a few women that I was grad students with, and you know, they would rock the bright lip gloss and the sparkly eyeshadow, and they were kind of the group that really got me hooked into Sephora. It was nice to kind of finally have not just one person, but a whole group of people telling me, no, it's okay, you can wear makeup and be taken seriously as an academic. But for me, it was also interesting because I studied fashion and makeup is kind of part of fashion, and so like this was what I study, and it felt like I could just get away with wearing certain things, being interested in certain things. It was kind of seen as, well, of course Andrea would be obsessed with a brand like Ted Baker, like that's what she does. I don't know, it's been interesting over the years, feeling like, not that different rules applied to me, because that absolutely wasn't the case, but just, I don't feel like I got as many comments as some people, not necessarily in my department, but I'm sure in other places. I've heard stories of like other English departments and other fields where, you know, there is a very strict idea of what women's hair and makeup and wardrobe choices should look like. I remember, I never went on the academic job market properly, but I remember hearing stories of people talking about attending the MLA conference, which is where a lot of the job interviews take place. I'm also now using my Quill gel eyeliner, FYI. How like all the women are wearing the same black or gray Ann Taylor suit, and it just made me cringe, because A, I don't really shop at Ann Taylor. B, even if I wanted to, I don't think I could, because I don't think Ann Taylor does plus sizes. So it's like, well then, if that's the uniform, what are plus size people supposed to wear? Probably Lane Bryant, because I feel like Lane Bryant is just as boring as Ann Taylor. If you like Ann Taylor, that's totally fine. It's not my style. So for me, I just feel like it's a bit stifling, and it feels like, you know, if I'm going to wear Ann Taylor, it's because I see a piece in there that I really like, not because I'm going to spend over $100 on trousers and a blazer to have the MLA interview uniform that's expected, when a lot of the people doing those interviews are going to be male faculty of those schools, as well as tenure track or tenured faculty, who probably, not even just they don't remember, but because the job market was so different, probably never experienced the fact of how expensive it is to buy interview wear when you make very little money as a grad student. And so yeah, that's kind of a side tangent, but it just, yeah, it never really sat well with me. The whole idea that there's like certain things you have to do. Because when it comes to hair, makeup, wardrobe, like, you do you. You do what feels good to you. You wear what fits your budget. You know, what works for your size, your shape, your budget, your hair type. Whole idea of natural hair not being professionally appropriate. You know, it's like, it's another thing where like, even with all the stuff I have to deal with as a white woman, like, my hair is not going to receive the same criticism. My wardrobe isn't going to receive the same criticism. If I'm wearing a suit, I'm not going to get mistaken for being staff or something, which I know I have colleagues who have had that happen, and it's just, there's so many different levels and layers to this topic, which is why I've never done a full video on it. But yeah, it's definitely something I think about every time I do my makeup on a teaching day like today. And I think the reason why I don't get that worked up about my makeup is because I've kind of developed a formula that works for me, in that on the first couple days of class, so like that first week of class, I will wear a nice outfit, I will style my hair nicely, I will do my makeup in a normal professional manner, and then from there on out, once we've established this is kind of professional Andrea, from there on out, if I want to dial it up and like wear sparkly, you know, pink and purple eyeshadow, or wear bright red lipstick or false lashes, I can do that. And if I don't want to wear anything other than mascara and some under eye concealer, I can do that too. And I've been lucky, and I don't know if it's just luck. It probably is, or if it's also partly just how I kind of set the tone at the start and then how I interact with my students. But I've never, knock on wood, I've never had an issue with a student making a comment, a negative comment. Never had someone say, "Oh, you look really tired," on days that I don't wear makeup. But even in saying that, like, I recognize how lucky I am, because I do know female colleagues who have dealt with personal and intrusive comments from students, whether they're wearing makeup or not, or whether they're dressed a certain way or not. It's like, it doesn't ever seem to make a difference. So I'm worried I have just completely failed this video, because I was just going on and on about, well, I couldn't have failed that badly because the camera would have completely shut off. So I think you heard most of it, but I've just been going on and on about gender and women having to wear makeup to be professional. And yeah, the camera stopped at some point, and I don't know exactly where. Like I said, it can't have been more than a few minutes past where I caught it, because my camera, first the screen goes off and the lens goes in, and then eventually the camera just shuts off completely. So the screen was still lit. I could still see myself. So yeah, I don't think I got that ahead, but I have finished my eyeshadow. I've added some eyeliner with my Quill eyeliner, gel eyeliner. I've added mascara with the Sephora Collection Lashcraft mascara. So I'm liking how that's looking. And now I'm brushing through my brows to do my brows, because number one, I do need to tint them again. They are reaching that stage, but since my hair had been lighter, it was okay that my brows were a little bit lighter. But now that my hair is darker, we need to darken these babies up a bit. So I do need to tint them properly, but today we're just gonna go with makeup. So I'm going to start off with this powder from the Eyelure Times Fleur de Force brow palette. I'm gonna go in with the darker shade, but because my roots now look almost black, I don't think even this is gonna be quite dark enough. We're gonna need to use a few other brow products today, I think. And then this weekend I need to try to tint them, because when they're freshly dyed, they are pretty dark. So now I'm gonna use the e.l.f., I don't know what it's called. It's a gel brow thing. Although I think you can also use it as an eyeliner. And I'm just gonna kind of stamp and brush this on top. I found that this product really gets those blonde hairs and covers them up well. Okay, so that is eyes pretty much done. I'm gonna use the First Aid Beauty Triple Eye Remedy as my under eye corrector, because it's a little bit more, when I cleaned up the fallout from the eyeshadow, I basically wiped off all of my eye cream as well. The Triple Eye Duty Remedy thingamajigger does double duty as both an eye cream, but also as a corrector and partially an under eye concealer. If your dark circles are really dark, it's not going to be enough. It's the Eye Duty Triple Remedy, that's the name, in shade Fair Medium by First Aid Beauty. And this is a travel essential for me. I love bringing this on an airplane, and I like it because it's got the metal applicator, so it does have a kind of cooling and depuffing quality to it, which is nice. So great for traveling. And yeah, just now my eyes feel a bit more hydrated and happy. I think I'm going to use the Borean CC cream. This is their high definition radiance face cream. I'm just gonna, and then it adapts to your skin tone. So I'm gonna kind of place that over my skin, and then I'm just gonna use my hands today and massage this in. Just making sure that this is blended in. Alrighty, Go through the last bit of this really quick because it's nothing you guys haven't seen before. I'm going to do some Touche Éclat in shade 1, kind of along my cheekbone and under my eye, down my nose, on my forehead. I think I need to refill this. So the Touche Éclat just gives me a little bit more coverage and a little bit of extra glow. Hourglass ambient lighting powder to set this. I use a smaller brush to set under my eyes and then a bigger powder brush to set all over. My Becca Après Ski Glow Palette. I'm going to use the blush and the pinky highlighter in a minute. Highlighter on cheekbones, tip of the nose, Cupid's bow, and then I'm also going to put this on my brow bone. And lips. I think the lip colors I want are out in my office area. So let's take you all out there. I think you can see as well a little bit more of the purple tones in my hair out here. I think I want, this is the Hourglass Confessions lipstick in I Woke Up, which is just a really nice kind of nudie pink, which on me is pretty much a kind of My Lips But Better shade. So this is the finished makeup look. I always feel like the lighting is so difficult. This light kind of washes me out a bit. I am wearing blush, I promise. So yeah, so here's the finished eye makeup. And then I think you can definitely see the purple in the hair a little bit more. I'm definitely really happy with it. I really like it. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun for October and Halloween. Not that I'm really doing anything for Halloween, but still it's gonna make for some fun pictures and selfies throughout the month of October, and it's just kind of a nice fun darker shade for autumn. Really kind of looking forward to seeing how it fades and how it kind of fades and blends back into the color that was underneath. I hope you've enjoyed this look and chatting with me and hanging out with me. Like I said, I'm not a makeup expert. I just like having fun with it, and dyeing my hair purple kind of has given me a good excuse to play with makeup a little bit more. I'm definitely loving this eyeshadow combination. I think I'm going to be using those two shades both on their own and together again a lot throughout this month, or the rest of September, beginning of and throughout October, as I've got purple hair. But I'm also looking forward to playing with some of my lighter, more neutral daytime purple shades. But I just couldn't resist playing with the dark, bright, royal purple shade and then that pink purple shift shade. I think I just had to play with those today. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please give it a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate that. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. I don't usually do makeup videos, but I do them every now and then. But there's a lot of other fun videos that I try to do on here. So subscribe if you're not subscribed. I'd really appreciate that. Say hi in the comments. Let me know your favorite ways to play with makeup, especially when you've changed up your hairstyle. I think that would be fun. And yeah, I will see you all soon in the next video. Thank you very much for watching this one. Bye-bye.